team, but still sitting at a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
He's brought down.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. And here's Bennett to throw on third down. And he's going to go down again.
A loss of a yard. Another.
And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now a handoff here to his running back. He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hole.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
A very tough run, but for a short gain out near the 32. Shaquille Griffin in on the stop defensively.
A gain of a yard. Brings up second down.
Throwing on second and long. Mayfield firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on third down, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out pretty well.
And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
And yes, everyone, that was the fullback carrying the football. I know it's a dying breed, it's a dying position for a lot of people, but I still think it's valuable and important, especially one who can carry the ball.
And you need short yardage. What makes sense? Go to a big body, let him plow forward just like he did there.
It's still a big man's game.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
That's good.
12 yards as they get to reset the sticks.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
From the gun, Mayfield eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Mayfield to throw it. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 20-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
A slant to Jones. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the... And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys have made this a 1-score game now. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. A 10-play drive that time. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. this game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high-percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy, and it's third down.
It's third down and 8.
From the gun, Bennett. He may try and run for this. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. The throw over the middle, taken in. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Call it a gain of 14 for the second play in a row.
Denver.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 46-yard line.
Now here's a timeout coming on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bennett throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Ross Blacklock in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And he goes out right around the 39.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Now Mayfield. Flush to his right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
4-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd.
Mayfield off the play fake, rolling to his right. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
And he comes back with 1 complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 21. He's back to throw.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And yes, he's into the end zone, so they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
They'll try and run it in. And he's going to get in for the 2 points. It was an incredibly gutsy call, but they've taken the lead by a point late in the game. And boy, you want to talk about guts. Guts is going for 2 when you're down 1 in that spot right there.
Do they not trust their kicker? Did they not feel that it was time to go ahead and do that? Or did they just say, we've got to play on that we're so confident in, we're going to go ahead and do it? I'm going to say they're going to say that in the press conference.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
So the Broncos now down on the scoreboard. 23 seconds to go. A field goal would produce a playoff stunner on the road, but this crowd is going to let them hear it here on 1st down. Going to throw right side here, complete. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and it's 3rd and short.
Down and 1 yard to go.
He'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Jerry Jeudy, incomplete.
Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on 4th down. Back to throw. Throw left side, complete. It's Hughes. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
Broncos.
So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long, everybody.